Today, we're looking at Operation Wolf on the NES. Operation Wolf was released on the NES by Taito in 1989. A group of desperate terrorists is keeping hostages in the jungle fortress. As a member of the elite tactical squad Operation Wolf, you must invade their hideout, destroy their operations, and get the hostages out alive. Remember, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button as it helps us the channel grow. And don't forget to hit the notification button for all future videos. So, how is Operation Wolf today? Here is our review of Operation Wolf for the NES. The player assumes the role of a special operations force and has to rescue hostages who are being held captive by the enemy. The game is played in a first-person view on the rails, with the screen scrolling horizontal across the scenery. The game features 6 stages that advances the story along. For example, after completing the jungle stage, you will interrogate an enemy soldier and discover the location of the concentration camp and prisoners. Each stage features its own set of objectives and post-game effects, all of which evolves around rescuing hostages. The gameplay is as simple as it gets, with you taking on the role of a soldier tasked with defeating the enemy army and rescuing prisoners in several stages. Throughout the game, you will blow up and kill anyone and anything in your way that is firing at you, with no assistance from your own team. The game's difficulty is restricted to how quickly you can move the crosshairs around the screen, and power-ups are limited and effective. Your main goal is to stay alive through 6 different missions, therefore the freedom to choose those missions and take a completely different path through the games reveals a lot about the overall gameplay. Controlling Operation Wolf isn't tough. You press the A button to fire your gun, B button fires the grenades, and use the D-pad to move the crosshair to aim at the enemies. Controlling the crosshairs requires practice and effort in most of the later stages, so if you're used to the NES sluggish controls, you'll have no trouble adjusting. Visually, the game has a detailed appearance that is quite good for an NES game. Although the visuals are not as clear as defined as they are now, rolling through the game in a side-scrolling view will certainly impress you. The action never slows down in the later stages, and it never misses a beat with the number of enemies fire coming at you, as well as the level of detail in the stages. The airport stage is perhaps the best illustrated in this, and you'll notice while the explosions aren't the most visually stunning you've ever seen, they do justice on the NES. The color schemes on the enemies and the way everything is laid out are actually done really well enough that you won't question the game's look or defects. The soundtrack in this game is confined to an action-oriented beat that seeks to keep the game moving, and it does it well. Although the audio tracks don't seem to alter much, the audio effects blend in and add some sense of being in a fight. There are no voiceovers or any other features included in today's first-person shooters, but there are enough explosions and shooting effects that give you a good sense of conflict. When connected to a stereo system, the bass, thumps, and the other sounds through well and fully immerse you in the game, which is a definite plus that is not found in many NES games. So, is Operation Wolf any good today? Operation Wolf is a prime example of a good first-person shooter for the NES. Even if the game is out of date and outperformed by every other shooter available now, you'll discover that the NES gameplay, visuals, and audio makes for a great game. The biggest issue is the control, which requires you to become accustomed to the way the game moves and feels in order to progress through the stages. This increases the challenge, but it's nothing that a seasonal veteran of games like this cannot overcome with a little effort. Operation Wolf is a good purchase for any NES gamer or collector. Overall, I did have a lot of fun with this game, and I would recommend this. Operation Wolf for the NES is getting a 7.5 out of 10. What did you think about Operation Wolf for the NES? That would do it for this episode. Remember to like and subscribe if you liked this review, and leave comments below to share your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you here in the next episode. Have a great day.